Development Cell, AICTE. I'm pleased to welcome each and every one of you in this online webinar of orientation program on Vidyanjali Higher Education Volunteer Program for the faculty, students and institution of central, state, deemed and private universities of Rajasthan state. I extend a warm welcome to the special guest of our today's program, Dr. Suresh Chandra Padhi sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Purnima University, Rajasthan. Thank you, sir, for sparing your valuable time for this program. I extend a warm welcome to Dr. Amit Datta, Director, Student Development Cell, and Dr. Dipesh Bhati, Nodal Officer of Vidyanjali Higher Education Program and Assistant Professor of Central University, Rajasthan, for gracing this event with their presence. Before I proceed further, I would like to inform you all that Vidyanjali Higher Education Volunteer Program is an initiative of Ministry of Education, Government of India for providing academic, sponsoring and infrastructure support to the students, faculty and institution of higher institution. Now I request Manali to please play the Saraswati Vandana to inaugurate the program. Manali, please. Hello, Manali. I think due to some technical issue, she is not able to play the.
या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती.
Thank you, Manali. At the outset, now I would like to request Dr. Amit Datta, Director, Student Development Cell, for the welcome address.
A very warm good morning to one and all. Respected Vice Chancellor, sir. Dr. Suresh Chandra Padhi ji, Shri Dipesh Bhati ji, all academicians, honorable professors, teachers who has joined us today and witnessing this event. It's my proud privilege to address the august gathering of all visionary academic leaders. With the onset of this COVID-19 pandemic, the educational environment across the country has been seriously disrupted. Due to the closure of the institution, it has impacted millions of students in higher education across all the disciplines from science, humanities, social science, engineering, management. It has also hampered the research environment across the country due to the non-availability of labs for the experimental research and and purely the physical mode experiments are available, no virtual labs are available for all the experimentation. So in order to provide the educational support to the students, institutions have provided the help for online classes. However, this has further widened the gap between the rich and the indigent students who find it very difficult to bridge the gap due to the less affordability of the digital devices, laptop, desktops. So in view of their high costs along with the non-availability of high-speed internet connection, especially in the interior rural areas of the country. So number of students, their studies published during this period highlighted that the issue of the affordability of the digital devices among the different sections of society. In addition to the above, a large-scale capacity building of the faculties across higher education institutions in the emerging and thrust areas to be initiated. Similarly, higher education institutions need support towards the upgradation of their infrastructure, maintenance of the existing one. The National Education Policy 2020 also talked about the outcome-based learning, skill upgradation in the emerging areas, revising assessment system, incorporating human values in students, multidisciplinary approach in education. So, in order to provide the continuous educational support to the students, faculties, institutions, there is an urgent need to engage with them and provide them the holistic support, academics, as well as the infrastructures. So program involving community volunteers, mainly faculty, those are the retired and even serving also, even government servants, non-government servant, the retired armed forces personnel, self-employed, the salaried professionals, even the alumni of the education institutions, the non-resident Indian, even the person of Indian origin, homemakers and fellowship recipients, even the NSS and NCC volunteers, they can also join us this Vidyanjali portal and they can extend the support to the educational institutions. So this Vidyanjali higher education portal to support the student, faculty, institutions through volunteerism is a unique step toward the volunteerism and foster the benefits both the ways for prompting volunteerism through the volunteer contribution and the self-services on the other hand by helping the learners, faculties, institutions to overcome the educational capacity building and infrastructure barriers. So the direct intervention of this portal is the academics. You know, they are providing through guest lectures, tutorials, supporting students in emerging areas. They are providing the virtual lab. So this is all such facilities has been provided through our Vidyanjali portal. So I will once again welcome you all on behalf of AICT for joining us, and I urge all the members to register as a volunteer on this Vidyanjali portal. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to request our special guest, Dr. Suresh Chandra, sir, to say a few words to the attendees of this event.
Good morning, madam. Good morning, sir. Dr. Amit Datta, Mr. Deepesh Bhati. I feel it is my privilege getting an opportunity to speak to the participants on a very, very innovative program launched by Ministry of Education and AICT, that is Vidyanjali.
Hello, Suresh, sir. We are not able to hear. Sir, you are requested to please switch off your video. Okay, sir.
Can I switch off my video?
Sir, it will increase the bandwidth, sir.
Now, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry. So definitely it is a unique initiative designed by Ministry of Education. See, if we talk about India in ancient education, then they talk about the long the tradition of India. The mathematics, and as well as the carpentry, cloth making, pottery. These are the vocational training. Similarly, the medicinal and engineering are professional art forms. And if we talk about the today's soft skills, we talk about the communication, discussion, debate. These are soft skills. So in ancient education, the all these 64 art forms were encouraged and considered as good education. Somehow, after the Western influence and the other influences, we have only come to two art forms, that is only the professional education systems. So we are so engrossed in that. A student talk about, okay, I'm an engineer, I'm a the doctor, I'm a lawyer, but they don't talk about I'm a good educationist or good. I have got the good education. So, in order to revive that good education system, we have to go back to all the forms of education. And thankfully, NEP 2020 is coming up with a lot of similarity to provide a holistic, multidisciplinary education. But at this point of time, the education institutions, the 55,000 almost education institutions, but definitely everywhere there are lot many faculties enrolled in education institutions who are not providing education to the
Hello, sir. You are again not audible.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
So it is a unique opportunity designed by Rajasthan government to provide a holistic, multidisciplinary education system for the Indian people. At the same time, it is an opportunity for the people, those who are volunteered to share their knowledge, experience, views in order to develop the education system of our country. I welcome, I welcome all the Ministry of Education initiative as well as the student and the volunteers of various sectors. It is also from the armed forces, government officials, other officials, NRIs, PIOs, and the NCC and NSS scheme. It has given a wide spectrum. I am very sure it will have a unique initiative and it will uh, uh, go a more further way to develop the education systems. Once again, I congratulate this kind of initiative to AICT for making it happen. I thank the initiative taken by the Ministry of Education. I am very sure I appeal to all the participants, all the volunteers to contribute their might to develop the education sector of the Indian.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of inspiration. Now, with due permission, I would like to throw some light on the Vidyanjali Higher Education portal with the help of PPTs. Sir, is my screen is visible to you, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. Now, I would like to inform you about the orientation of the Vidyanjali Higher Education Program. The main objective of Vidyanjali Higher Education Program is to support higher educational institutions, students, and faculty with the help of volunteers. Now, volunteers could be anyone. It may be the retired person, or it may be a faculty serving faculty, or the government or a semi-government official. It may be the NRI, non-resident Indian, or NSS, NCC candidate. There are majorly four stakeholders in this program. The first one is the higher educational institution. Second one is the faculty. Third is the student. And the last and the most important stakeholder is the volunteer. In this volunteer program, it is a request that each institute or the university must depute a nodal officer for this. And the role of the nodal officer is as follows. If any institute wants to post a request, it may be through the nodal officer. He posts the request on the activity support, sponsoring support, or on the infrastructure support through this portal. And after this, the volunteer are able to see these requests, and he will accept the request. And now the nodal officer again have to verify the request posted by the they have to accept the the details of the volunteer who want to support them either in the academic support, sponsoring, or the infrastructure support. And after that, they have to fill the feedback form as the support provided by the volunteer, and the volunteer is now able to generate a certificate for himself. In this, the Vidyanjali Higher Education Program, there are three major areas of support. One is the academy or activity support. Second one is the sponsoring support. And third is the asset material or the infrastructure support. In the academic activity support, we have divided this into some areas. For example, first one is the subject assistant. Second is the teaching yoga. Third one is the coaching for sports and so on. If we forget to mention any of the support they want, they may add their support in the option available as the name by other. In other, they can write the support they want from the volunteers. In the sponsoring support, we have further divided into these criteria, and again there is an option of other. If any field that is not covered, that is not mentioned in the sponsoring support, they may write in the other option. Similarly, for the infrastructure support, there are the support they can ask for the basic electrical equipment for their institution, any type of study support, any digital infrastructure support. They may post their request, they may ask the support from the volunteer by entering the details in the infrastructure support option. And before I proceed further, I would like to inform you the flow process. First, the institute have to create the request in any of the three areas, for such as academic, sponsoring, or the infrastructure support. And after that, the volunteer is able to see the request posted by the institute. Then he or she have to accept it that he or she wants to provide the support on the three areas. When any volunteer accept the support, then the institute is able to see the details of the volunteer. In that case, the institute have to accept the acceptance given by the volunteer. After that, the volunteer came to their institute to provide the support, it may be, and after that, the institute have to fill the feedback form for that volunteer, and volunteer is now able to generate the certificate as he provided the support on the Vidyanjali portal. And this is the flow process for the faculty or the student want the request. If any faculty want to write on the Vidyanjali portal to ask for any support, they have to first post the request. But in that case, the institute nodal officer have to verify that the faculty or the student is genuine of their institute. They have to verify their details. After that, the volunteer is able to see the request posted by the faculty or the student, and the process remains the same as for the institution. And this is the process flow for the institute. Okay, so sorry. Manali, I'm not able to change the slide from this side. There is also a provision of posting of advance support. If any institute, faculty, or the student are not posted any request that a volunteer wants to provide, then he or she may, as a volunteer, post the support as he or she wants to provide. For this, the volunteer have to post their advance support. In that case, the institute first verify the details of the volunteer, or it may be verified by the admin, that is maybe it by the AICT or the UGC. And after the acceptance by the institute, the volunteer is now able to provide the support, and the rest process will remains the same. This is the overall process for the orientation program. Now I would like to switch over to the registration process. In order to provide the registration, in order to post the request on the Vidyanjali portal, the Rajasthan Institute have to first register on the Vidyanjali Higher Education portal. For this, they have to visit the Vidyanjali Higher Education website. There is a option of register. They first have to click on the register tab. When they click on the register tab, there there an option comes for the institution registration. When they click on that, they are able to see this screen. They have to enter their ASHI code and they have to click on the get details. When they click on the get details, all the fields such as institution name, email, address line, as on the ASHI portal, they are able to see here. They have to click on the register tab. When they click on the register tab, a message will be sent on their registered email ID along with the password. They have to click on the verify email tab over there. When they click on the verify email tab, they are again directed to on the Vidyanjali higher education portal. Now here they have to again enter the ASHI code and the password they received on their email ID, and they have to click on the login tab. When they click on the login tab, they have to fill these basic details followed by the course details, followed by the nodal officer's detail, who is responsible for all the activities that is to be done on the Vidyanjali higher education program. If they want to edit any of the fields, they have to click on the edit tab. If they want to submit and preview and submit the application form, they have to click on the second tab named preview and submit. And after that, they again received a registration message that you have successfully registered on the Vidyanjali higher education program. Now I switch over to the next slide that shows that next PPT that shows how to create the request on the Vidyanjali portal. For any institute or student or any faculty that want to post a request on Vidyanjali higher education portal, they have to visit the Vidyanjali higher education website first. They have already registered on the Vidyanjali higher education portal. They have to click on the login, and after that they have to click on the institute login. I'm showing you these PPTs for the institute to create the request on the Vidyanjali portal. When they click on the institute login, they have to enter their ASHI code and password. Now they are able to log into their page. Here there is two options. First one is the create request. If they want to create request, they have to click on the create request. There are three options in the drop down menu. First is the academic service and activity support. Second one is the sponsoring support, and third one is the infrastructure support. Now I am telling you how to create the request for the academic service support. They have to click on the first academic support, then after that they have to click on the create. When they click on the create, they are able to create the request as they want, or there may be a shortcut in the Vidyanjali on the Vidyanjali higher education portal. You are able to see this screen. There are two option window. First is the institute profile and second is the create request. You may direct click on the create request tab, and after that you are able to create request in any of the three areas. When you click on the create request tab, you can again select the area, whether it may be academic sponsoring or the infrastructure support. For example, if you click on the academic service support, you have to fill all the details asked here, and after that click on the save and preview. Now you have to finally submit this request. When you finally submit this request on the portal, this request are on the Vidyanjali portal. All the volunteers who are registered on the Vidyanjali portal, they are able to see the request posted by any of the institute all over the India. And the institute may see the request posted so far at their login by clicking on the export data. And if you want to add new, they may click on the add new tab. Yes, sir. Okay, now I'm showing you the procedure for the institute to accept the support from the volunteer. Here, I already mentioned that when you log in at the Vidyanjali portal, there are two tabs. One is the create request to create the request, and second one is the accept support. If they want to accept the support as per the request created by them, they have to first select the area in which area they want to accept the support. For example, if they selected the academic service support, they have to first click on the academic service tab and followed by the accept support. When click on accept support, they are able to see the support see the support accepted by the volunteer. In order to view the details of the volunteer and the support, they have to click on the icon here. Now they are able to see the details of the volunteer. What is the volunteer ID, his email address, his address, and followed by all these details, their PAN card details. In order to verify these details, it is my request or to all the institute that they first have to clearly go through each and every details posted by the volunteer in order to accept the request, in order to accept the acceptance given by the volunteer. If they want to accept it, they have to click on the accept. If they are not satisfied by the information provided by the volunteer, if they don't want to go with this volunteer, they have to click on the reject button. When they click on the reject button, this volunteer will not be able to post any request except request posted by your institute. Now, this is the fourth PPT. It is based on the registration of the volunteer. It is same as the institute, but in order to register as a volunteer, first you have to click on the register tab, and after that you have to click on the volunteer login. When you click on the volunteer login, this screen will be able, you are able to see. Here you have to add the email ID, your password, and click on the register tab. When you click on the register tab, an email will be sent on your registered email ID, and you have to again click on the verify email. When you verify your email address, then you again directed to the Vidyanjali Higher Education portal. You have to enter again your email and password, and you have to click on the login page. When you click on the login page, the portal will ask you about your details, such as you are going to you are going to enter your details as which type of volunteer, NRI, NSS, NCC candidate, or a retired person, or a serving faculty. All these details will be asked on the portal. You have to enter all your personal details, educational details. You have to upload your passport size photos and identity proof for this. And finally, you have to click on the preview and submit button. When you click on the submit button, auto generated email will be sent to your registered email ID. This will complete the registration process for the volunteer. Now, this is the last PPT. I am showing you how to accept the request posted by the institute by the volunteer. A volunteer have to log in again on the Vidyanjali portal. First, they have to click on the login followed by the volunteer login, enter the email ID and password. Now you want to accept the offer provided by you want to accept the request provided by the institute. You have to click on the accept offer. When you click on the accept of the offer, you have to see the three details. If you want to provide your support in the academic service, you have to click on the first option. If you want to provide the support on the sponsoring support requested posted by the institute, then you have to click on the second option. If you want to provide the infrastructure support, you have to click on the third option, that is the asset, material, or equipment support. When you click on these supports, you are able to see all the requests posted by the institution, faculty, or the student. And if you want to see in detail, you have to click on the search button. Now you can see, if you want to, for example, if you want to provide the academic support in the post-graduation course and you want to see the details or the request posted by the institute, you have to click on the I icon. When you click on this, you are able to the request posted by the institute. If you want to take this request and you want to provide your support on this, you have to click on the accept button. If you don't want to provide this type of support to any of the institute, you have to click on the not interested. In that case, if you selected the not interested tab, then this support will not be ever visible to you on the Vidyanjali portal. This is all about the Vidyanjali Higher Education portal. This is from my side. If you have any doubt, now the session is open for question answer. You are most welcome to ask your doubts related to the Vidyanjali Higher Education portal. You may raise your hand by using that particular hand icon. We received, I think Akhil sir want to ask something. Akhil sir? Anyone, those who have any doubt related to Vidyanjali Higher Education portal, you may raise your hand by using that particular icon. I am unmuting you, admin. Hello.
Am I audible, madam?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Good morning, madam. I'm Dr. Rajesh Matai from BITS Pilani.
Okay,
So,
sir.
this initiative for us to, teach students and colleagues, is it?
Yes, sir. If any of the whether the institute, faculty, it may be the request may be posted by the institution, by the faculty, by the student, and
So
you may
if I
provide
want
the
to,
support.
so who will be the odd? I mean the my colleague. I mean the co-faculty and the all. So if I want to register, I have to simply, as you told me, I have to register so that I can teach. Is it?
Yes, yes, sir. You are able to teach if any request posted by as per your academics.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Professor Krishnakant Dave, sir. हेलो कृष्णकांत दवे सर, आप कुछ पूछना चाहेंगे?
Yes, good morning, madam. Good morning.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर.
We have registered as an organization volunteer box.
Okay, sir.
Now, is this ample or we have to register individual faculty members, particularly in this Vidyanjali?
Sir, you want to work as a volunteer or a request seeker?
We have registered as a volunteer in the organization.
Sir,
Yeah.
when you registered as a volunteer, first your institute have to verify your credentials. After
Okay.
that, you are able to see the request posted by others on the Vidyanjali portal. Before that, you are not able to see the request posted by others.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Institute can register volunteer, but in order to register as a volunteer for the faculty and student, they first have to register as a volunteer and their institute have to verify their details.
Okay. Fine. So we have registered first our as an organization that has been completed.
Okay, sir. Now your institution is able to post request.
Okay.
Any
You are
other
not
doubt,
audible.
sir?
Okay. You are not audible, ma'am. Please, will you repeat it again?
And when your institute registered on the Vidyanjali portal, now the institute is able to post their request on the Vidyanjali portal.
Great. Good. Fine. Ma'am. Thank
I
you.
have a question which is in continuation with what Krishnakant sir has asked. Say if the institute have registered, means if the institute have registered, then faculty member can also register as a volunteer, or
Yes,
they
yes,
can.
sir.
And another question by my colleague only, Akhil, he is asking that is support provided by the volunteer is exempted under ATC or IT rules? Is there any guidelines for that?
Sir, my director sir will guide you. Amit sir?
There is no such provision as of now to provide the ATCC certificate. It is just on a voluntary basis.
Okay. Because if someone will ask for asset request for some asset, maybe for the labs or maybe for the student practicals, and if someone is wish to volunteer those equipments or maybe those equipments, then he may expect something like exemption for tax or something. So if there is no such provisions at present, I think I will let him know, my colleague.
Thank you, sir. Any other?
Ma'am, I have one more doubt. Means that is not doubt, that's question. If suppose some asset is requested by an institute, for example, maybe some experimental instrument, which is a cost of is say 5,000, 6,000, and if can it be possible that two volunteers can support combinedly and then give that equipment to the institute, donate
Yes,
that
sir.
equipment to the institute?
Sir, I would like to apprise you about that. जो हमारा infrastructure support है, sir, for example, if any institute wants 10 LEDs, and if any volunteer are not able to supply 10 LEDs to the institute, he may supply 2 or 3. Now, for example, if any institute has requested for 10 LEDs and one volunteer can give only 1 LED, then the other volunteer are able to see the request of 9 LEDs on the portal, and it may be supplied by the other volunteers.
Okay, thank you.
Professor Krishnakant Dave, sir, if you have doubt. Sir, I am unmuted from
I
my
have
side.
one question. Is there any
Sir?
obligation? It is mandatory for volunteers to contribute, or no? It is not obligation or like mandatory to contribute something.
No, sir. It is a volunteer-based program. If you want to give your support, then you are most requested to please log in. You registered yourself as a volunteer.
Right.
Sir.
So, like suppose I have registered and then I cannot able to provide anything as, then what will happen?
Nothing, sir.
Nothing. Okay, fine. We will support and will provide something.
So it is my
which
humble
will be-
request to you, if you have, you are self-sufficient, if you are able to support any higher educational institution, whether in the academic or infrastructure support, sponsoring support, you may provide your support to the institutions.
Sure, sure. That we will do. That we will do definitely. But it is not obligatory, no?
No, sir. Sir, it is a Vidyanjali higher education program based on volunteerism, sir.
Right. So nice. So nice. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sanjay Kumar Sharma, sir. Hello. संजय सर, आप कुछ पूछना चाहेंगे? We are not able to hear you, sir, but we have unmuted you from our side.
Thank you.
संजय सर, हम आपको नहीं सुन पा रहे हैं. Any other question? Anyone who want to ask any question related to Vidyanjali Higher Education Portal, you are most welcome.
We have no more questions, so we can proceed further, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, I think I explained the PPT so. Okay, sir. Now we reach towards the end of this program. Now I request Dr. Dipesh Bhati, sir, to propose vote of thanks on this event. I'm not audible, sir.
Am I audible now?
No. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sanju. I feel delighted and privileged to be the part of this webinar, and I am thankful to AICT for giving me the opportunity to propose the vote of thanks. First of all, I am thankful to Dr. Amit Datta, sir, Director, Student Development Cell, AICT, for his opening remarks and his continuous pursuance of implementation of Vidyanjali volunteer program in higher education. We are also thankful to our chief guest, Professor Suresh Chandra, Vice Chancellor, Purnima University, for accepting our invitation in a very short notice, and his thought-provoking words are motivating all of us to make this program really successful. I'm also thankful to Ms. Sanju Chaudhary, Assistant Director, for her brief presentations on the Vidyanjali portal, and I believe that her presentation gives all of us an idea about the practical implementation of Vidyanjali scheme, not only for the institution but also for the volunteer. Last but not the least, I conveyed my sincere thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Anand Bhalerao, who have nominated me for this program on behalf of Central University of Rajasthan. And I am also thankful to our Registrar Sir, Colonel B. Venkat, who always extend his support for smooth conduct of such events. Finally, thanks to all my fellow colleagues from Central Institute of Rajasthan and from other institute, and to the students participants who have joined this webinar. Thank you all. Over to you, Ms. Sanju.
Thank you so much, sir, for being with us throughout the program. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you.